What the hell? Sinner's got the bag. The Australian Open 2025 winner takes home a ridiculous €2.1 million. That's the jackpot for smashing it on the tennis court this year. Seriously, the prize money shows just how bloody prestigious this tournament is. And guess who's laughing all the way to the bank? That Italian tennis wizard, Jannik Sinner. At just 22 years old, this kid's already making seasoned players look like amateurs. Let's break it down. Sinner's resume is insane. We're talking 19 titles in his back pocket and a mind-blowing streak of reaching at least the quarterfinals in his last 19 tournaments. That's no fluke. That's pure grit, raw talent, and a sprinkle of, "Oh, I'm just better than you." If we're crunching numbers, the guy's earned €35.5 million in official prize money. Yeah, you heard it right. Just from smacking a fuzzy yellow ball across the net. And that's not counting the fat checks from sponsorship deals, brand collaborations, and those flashy exhibition matches. Remember the Six Kings Slam last autumn? 3 matches, €6 million. Talk about efficiency. Some people work a lifetime and don't touch that kind of cash. But money aside, let's get to the real juice. Sinner isn't just pocketing euros. He's cementing his spot as one of the scariest names in tennis. He owns the hardcourt season like it's his personal playground, and word is, he's got his sights on making grass and clay his next victims. This guy's versatility is like a Swiss Army knife. He's ready for any damn surface. Fast forward to this Sunday, the Australian Open final. On paper, it looked like a nail-biter. Sinner versus Alexander Zverev. But nope. Jannik wasn't in the mood for suspense. He steamrolled Zverev, leaving the German scratching his head and probably Googling how to win a Grand Slam for dummies. As if Sinner's dominance wasn't already crystal clear, the Italian reminded everyone why he's untouchable right now. He's the world #1, and there's just no one in his league at the moment. Last year, his life was a totally different story. Now, he's the king of Melbourne, and his throne isn't going anywhere. Jannik Sinner's take on the match. After the match, Sinner sounded as cool as a cucumber. "Mate, I played out of my damn mind today. I was serving rockets from the start and got into the zone real quick. Sure, I got a bit lucky in the second set's tiebreak, but hey, that's tennis, right? Honestly, I'm over the moon to share this moment with my team and family. They've been my rock." Sinner had a killer strategy, too. From the first ball, he went full throttle, attacking like a man possessed. Once he started breaking Zverev's serve, the guy didn't stand a chance. Jannik's secret weapon? Nerves of steel. He kept his cool, played each point like it was the last, and absolutely crushed it. On comparisons to Djokovic. When asked about comparisons to Novak Djokovic, Sinner couldn't help but laugh. Look, it's an honor to be compared to someone like Novak. The guy's a machine. But we're different animals, you know? Sure, we've got some similarities in our game, but he's still Novak freaking Djokovic. I've just been trying to learn from the way he handles pressure. It's next level stuff. For now, Sinner's not sweating over what's next. Right now, I just want to soak this all in. Another Australian Open title? Hell yeah. Let's party a bit and see what comes next. Bottom line? Jannik Sinner is the guy in tennis right now. Whether it's stacking trophies or cashing massive checks, he's living the dream, and frankly, there's no one out there who can stop him. Zverev, better luck next time. Mate, Sinner just owns this game. We're different, but hey, not that different. Jannik Sinner's take with a sprinkle of sass and a truckload of honesty. Alright, let's break this down. Jannik Sinner, the 22-year-old Italian prodigy who's been racking up titles and making the tennis world his playground, had some interesting things to say after his latest triumph at the Australian Open. He admits, with a cheeky grin, that he and other players like Carlos Alcaraz share some similarities. Sure, they both hit the ball clean as hell from the baseline, move like panthers on the court, and have a sixth sense for where their opponent's about to place the next shot. But that's where the comparison ends, according to Jannik. We're built different, he says, and boy, does his game back that up. Third Grand Slam in the bag, and a whole lot of drama behind the scenes. Winning his third slam wasn't just about on-court dominance. According to Jannik, there's a truckload of off-court chaos we don't even see. You have no idea what's been going on behind the curtain, he shared. But here's the thing. He's got a team that rides or dies for him, and that's what keeps him going. For me, having that kind of trust and support means more than any trophy, he said. And honestly, if that isn't wholesome, I don't know what is. When Sinner steps onto the court, it's all business. He knows matches can drag on for hours, but he's mentally built for it. There are hours and hours of gym work behind this, he said, casually reminding everyone that his ripped physique didn't come from lounging around. And even though the grind is brutal, he's learned to compartmentalize it. It's all in your head, he laughs, making it sound way easier than it actually is. The Darren Cahill effect. Wisdom, humility, and Aussie pride. Sinner credits a chunk of his recent success to Darren Cahill, his coach and the Australian tennis guru who's worked with legends. Jannik admires Cahill's straightforwardness. The guy's brutally honest. He just gets me, he said. Apparently, Darren figures out a player's quirks faster than most people can figure out how to unlock their phones. He's humble as hell, and that vibe just lifts the whole team, Jannik added. And let's not forget Simone Vagnozzi, the other half of Sinner's coaching dream team. Simone's like my secret weapon, Sinner joked. He turned me into the player I am today, giving me the confidence to try new things. Together, these two aren't just coaches, they're like a tactical SWAT team for tennis. Chasing greatness beyond hard courts. Hard courts are where Sinner feels at home, no doubt about it. But he's hungry to master the other surfaces, too. Grass, clay, bring it on. Look, I didn't even play on grass as a junior, so when I started on the Pro Tour, it was like landing on Mars, he admitted, laughing. But that's the beauty of it, it's a challenge. And I bloody love a challenge. Last year, he didn't do too shabby on grass and clay, but he's not satisfied. I know I can do better, and I'm going all in to figure out how, he said, sounding like a man on a mission. For Jannik, becoming a complete player isn't just a goal, it's an obsession. Lessons from a year of dominance. Reflecting on his back-to-back Aussie Open titles, Sinner shared how this year's win felt different. Yeah, there's more pressure now, more eyes on you, but it also comes with this badass confidence. You've done it before, so you know you can do it again, he explained. Still, he's learned that not every day is sunshine and aces. Some days, you wake up feeling like crap. Other days, you're unstoppable. The trick is rolling with it, he said, showing the kind of maturity that most 22-year-olds can only dream of. The Sinner vs. Alcaraz rivalry. The new tennis classic. Move over Federer Nadal. There's a new rivalry in town. The last 5 Grand Slams have been a tug-of-war between Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. The Italians taken 2 Aussie Opens and a US Open, while the Spaniards snagged Wimbledon and Roland Garros. And yet, these two titans haven't faced off in a slam final. The closest we got? Beijing, October 2024, where Alcaraz handed Sinner his last loss. Since then, Jannik's been on an absolute tear, racking up 21 consecutive wins and leaving everyone else in the dust. Sinner's parting words. With a sly grin and a glint in his eye, Jannik left us with this: I've got so much to learn, so much to prove. But damn, I'm enjoying every second of it. Bring on the next challenge. And with that, the tennis world waits to see what this Italian firecracker does next. One thing's for sure, whatever it is, it'll be pure entertainment. Drama, dominance, and dirt. Jannik Sinner's wild ride after crushing Zverev. Right after Jannik Sinner flattened Alexander Zverev in the Australian Open final with a solid 6-3, 7-6, 6-4 victory, the tennis world was abuzz. But instead of soaking in the glory like any sane person would, Sinner fired off a lightning-quick congratulatory message to Melbourne's double champion. It was short, sweet, and straight to the point. "Congrats, Jannik. Bravo." I mean, talk about efficiency. He might have spent more energy tying his shoelaces that day. The elephant in the room. The clostebol controversy. But, of course, it wouldn't be a Jannik Sinner press conference without a dollop of drama, and this time it was the you-know-what from Indian Wells. Yep, the clostebol scandal. Sinner, cool as a cucumber, didn't shy away from addressing it. "Look, what happened. I'm still out here smashing it because my conscience is clear. If I were guilty, there's no damn way I'd be playing like this. Sure, some days it's a bloody weight on my shoulders, but hey, that's life," he said, shrugging like he's got nothing to prove. Despite the noise, Sinner made it clear that his team has been his rock. "When I step on the court, it's hard to block out all the crap. But I've got an incredible team that believes in me, and I can talk to them about anything. That's what keeps me sane." Hard courts are his happy place. When it comes to surfaces, Sinner didn't mince words. Hard courts are where he feels at home. "Let's be real. Hard courts are my jam. But you know what? That's fine. It means I've got room to grow on clay and grass, and I'm pumped about that. The challenges keep me fired up," he admitted with a sly grin. The Italian ace isn't resting on his laurels. "I'm still young, still figuring this out. Grass? Yeah, it's a bit of a mindfuck for me, but I love it. It's like a giant puzzle, and I'm obsessed with solving it. The Darren Cahill effect. More than just a coach." Sinner couldn't stop raving about his coaching dream team, Simone Vagnozzi and Darren Cahill. And Cahill, in particular, got some serious love. Darren's a legend. But you know what makes him special? He's humble as hell. That kind of humility is rare in this sport. It's not just about strategy. He genuinely gets me as a player. He knows what I need, what pisses me off, and what makes me tick, Sinner shared. And it turns out, this Australian Open was extra special for Cahill. "I really wanted to crush it here for Darren. It's his home slam, and he deserves this. It's his last season with me, so yeah, this win means a lot," Sinner said, getting a bit sentimental. Join the Tennis Extra revolution. If this behind-the-scenes look at Sinner's roller coaster of a career got you hooked, you're in the right place. Here at Tennis Extra, we've got it all. Deep dives, exclusive interviews, and all the juicy details you won't find anywhere else. Love tennis? Obsessed with the drama? Want to stay ahead of the game? Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and join the Tennis Extra family. Because trust us, this is just the beginning. The court's always buzzing, and we're here to keep you in the loop.